Hey guys, Huzz here, bringing you another commentary, this time on Vi Jungle. One of my favourite junglers to play, although I haven't played a lot of her. I think I'm going to start playing a considerable amount of her. Now, you will see me probably start playing a lot more jungle than before, as I have joined a team now, and I am the jungle for it. So yeah, there'll be more jungle content coming out of the channel, but there still will be mid content and all other lanes, as I do everything in solo queue. But yeah, thought I'd mention there will be more jungle content also. Now, I would describe Vi as a very good solo queue jungler, but obviously she can work in fives. You just have to have good communication. Her lane ganks are very, very good, and she can carry a game much like an Elise jungle can or something like that. You just have to get a good start. Now, having a good start on Vi is not always the easiest thing to do. When she's level 6, you can queue into lane from weird positions, outside of a bush, over a wall, and then use your ultimate straight away, where before 6 you don't really have that, so you have to be a bit more, methodical of where you're going to gank from, that type of thing. So you just have to get used to the champion Vi. I think she's very similar to Hecarim in how she ganks early on, and then once Hecarim gets 6, it's a lot more, a lot more available gank options. I'm going to start on red buff here. Now, one thing I will quickly do, that I normally do every video, going to move everybody into position. So if you want to look at the creep score, that type of thing, there you go. Then you can, and we will be skipping from items to gold every now and then. So taking E level 1 on Vi, just to give me that little bit of AoE. Now you can take W. W is a very viable option, but I find maybe a little bit more help is needed on the buff if you take W first. Where you get the nice shield with your passive from using the E, so that's generally why I take it, as well as killing the little creeps early as well. It's going to pick up this red buff right now. Now the masteries I run 2 mastery pages on Vi, and it kind of depends on what my team comp is which one I use. If my team is very tanky, which my team right now isn't, I will run 921, and that is the page that I'm running this game, so 921-0. Well, if I've got a very tanky top lane, now Garen can get very tanky, but I'm not relying on it, I'd run 15-15-0. It's a very good page for having a lot of damage and, being a little bit tanky, but yeah, you're mainly focusing on the damage if you go 15-15. Now, there are a couple of things on Vi I just want to point out quickly, is that there is no build at all on Vi. The Elder Lizard item or the Spirit Stone item, you can go Elder Lizard if you're doing really well, or generally if you're just doing average, that type of thing, then I would opt just for going the standard, Ancient Golem. Was looking for a gank there, but it was kind of in a weird position, and it just didn't really work out, so there's no really point continuing. But as you can see, there was a little bit of a skirmish between the Orianna and the Ahri, so I am moving into the lane. This should be a fairly easy gank. Charge my Q, bam, and pick up first blood. Ahri does pick an assist with a auto attack. Now, there's a couple things I will say. Now, picking up first blood on a Vi is actually a pretty good thing to do. Obviously, you do tend to want to give a mid laner a kill every now and then, but first blood isn't a massive deal if it is going to a Vi, because that helps her snowball, and you do want a Vi snowballing because she can carry a game off, just her own. And an Ahri, that is still 200 gold for the Ahri, so it's a considerable amount to have. So it's very much worth it. Anyway, bot lane, I am on my way down there. Elise is also looking for a gank. Now, she is level 4, I'm only level 3, so she does have an advantage on me, but I think for now we should be okay. I have shown, so they know I'm here, and we do know Elise is in that bush. Now, obviously, they do have vision with this ward right here, which we didn't know, and they've just got rid of our ward, so they know I'm here. I've hit level 4, so equal with Elise, and there probably is going to be a fight in any second. So here we go. Elise is looking for the lineup. Charge my Q. She stuns me, and here comes the fight. So continue going for the fight. She E's straight back down. I knock her the other way, and then she kind of does a really weird flash. I managed to get out, relatively safe. Varus now got double buff, so that red buff is going to be doing work. Double buff for Varus, and then move on to the Zyra, who's basically Charge my Q, and I did go for the kill myself because, I'm a Vi, but Varus picks up the triple kill. So that there is a very, very big advantage, and especially, Garen somehow goes into the turret range, manages to survive, and also kill the Jack. So in one play, we just took out 4 of their team. So that's kind of what a Vi can do. Her early damage I would say not many champions can compete with it. Lee Sin, I would say, is probably the closest if you're maxing your Q, but still, it's going to be close. Vi's damage, that knockback that I've had, I forced the Elise to flash, and it wasn't even a good flash, so that was generally good. And then, obviously, they focused me in the end of the day, and I have my passive that, at the moment, let's see how much shield it gives me. It gives me an 86 shield. Now, at level 4, that's a considerable amount of a shield. That's, well, is it exact amounts? It is, yeah, 10% of Vi's maximum health into a shield. That's a really good passive. Anyway, also looking for the Orianna. Now, one thing you can do with Vi is you can charge your Q, and then press Q again. Oh, you can flash while you're queuing and then release the Q, and you manage to actually, it doesn't cancel it at all. Now, I was looking maybe to trade with this Elise right now, but she has got a Doran's Blade, which actually is really, really tanky on a Elise. Now, you'll probably see any second. I do hit level 6. Just wait for it. This is what I'm waiting for. It's why I'm staying in the area. Now, if I hit level 6, I'm fairly confident. Hit her with that E to get even more low health. And any second it should be, and I think it might be after this cannon, so we'll have to see. So she hits me with Cocoon. She also gets hit by turret, and I'm level 6. Now she does dodge my ultimate, but I think I managed to get the kill. So now I'm on a killing spree. So it wasn't a lucky level 6, because that's the whole reason I stayed in lane, is because I knew I was level 6 very soon, and I probably was able to kill her. Now, my ultimate really didn't do much to the Elise, because she just dodged it with her, her E, her spider E. But it did, manage to force it just worked out really well. The level in itself, giving me them stats at that time, was a very good play. Now, because I'm already 303 at around 7 minutes, I've already decided in my head I'm going for Elder Lizard. Now, it is a risky play, because if you do find a dragon fight early on and you're very squishy, you're most likely just going to be taken down near straight away. So you have to be relatively careful when you go Elder Lizard, but your damage will be insanely good. So that's kind of why my thought process of going for Elder Lizard. Anyway, Ari does a good roam, manages to pick up the Zyra at the back. So fairly good play by our Ari there, so well played to her. It's always nice to have a Ari that is very good in roaming and uses her ult to, just get into good situations. Anyway, Garen is looking to be ganked by Elise, but there is a pink ward here, so he is aware of her in the area. Now, a few people may ask, why has Elise gone Doran's Blade? Now, I think Doran's Blade is actually a very good start for Elise. It's, it's secure. It gives you really good auto attacks, and because Elise isn't the best with trading early on, the Doran's Blade actually gives you that trading early on. It manages that your auto attacks do that much more. It allows that you can just regen a little bit more than you normally do with your Spider W. It's a really good start for Elise. Anyway, this was a really weird play by Orianna. Good play. I'm not going to say it wasn't a good play, but it was really weird. This normally does never happen. Anyway, she is trying to roam. We do manage to spot her, but I do think any second, yep, she ultimates me. And I didn't expect this at all. Completely. As you can tell, I died. So well played to the Orianna, and it was just something I didn't expect at all. Now, unfortunately, the Ari does miss most of her skill shots here, so I don't think we managed to pick up the Orianna. No, she doesn't go down. So well played to Orianna. That was really good play. Unexpected on my part, and obviously I went down from it. So yeah, again, well played. Now our bot lane, because of the triple kill, as you'd expect, are doing very well. If we look onto the CS differences, 57 to 32, as well as a turret. So if we actually go into the gold while we follow myself here, we can see top lane, Garen is ahead by 900, so that is turret advantage, and creep score by 9 and 2 kills, so well played to him. Myself, I am over 1,000 gold ahead of my Elise counterpart on the enemy team with even CS, so relatively good there. Mid lane, unfortunately the Orianna actually is ahead, and that will be down to the kill, because obviously the turret, etc. will be giving that Ari a little bit more. And AD carries, there is obviously a clear difference, a 2,000 gold lead more or less to our Varus against the MF. And then supports is a good story to tell how far our team is ahead while we're going on this Jax, and he goes down pretty much instantly. Killing spree for the Garen. But supports, yeah, there's a 600, 700 gold lead for our support as well. So a clear lead in this game so far. Going to be taking out just a bit of counter jungling. Vi is a fairly good counter jungler, so yeah, you just have to look out for that. Anyway, they do manage to kill the Elise, but an Orianna does come into the frame and does get the shutdown onto the Varus. Thresh is going to try and get away, but as you can see, the damage on Orianna is fairly high. So Thresh is still going to try and do his best, but does get a little bit caught out. Now, that flash to me was a bit arguable. I wouldn't have really done it, and I don't know why this MF flashed either. They would have eventually caught that Thresh, in my opinion, especially with the speed up on the W of Orianna. Anyway, going to try and go on the Orianna here. I think I may use my ultimate. I do. Going to try and kill her the best we can. Now, I am relatively right now, which is unfortunate. If I wasn't then this would be much easier. I think it's so close. Unfortunately, I don't manage to get her at this stage, but Ari is looking for it, but Elise is around the corner, so we'll see what happens. Ari going to get caught by the cocoon, but then uses flash and dodges the Orianna ult and gets the shutdown. So, technically, it's kind of worth. Now, that isn't the best term to use, kind of worth, not the most official, but we got the shutdown gold, so in effect, we got more gold than they did from that trade, but it did keep double buffs alive on the Elise. So the enemy do have double buffs on us, because we don't have double buffs or any buffs, really, at all alive in this game, where they do. They also have the blue buff on MF, so they are 3 buffs up on us right now, active in this game, so you have to be fairly careful, and you have to kind of think of that in this kind of situation. MF is for, well, not really for some reason. She's mid because she can't do anything bot. Because of that triple kill, it's managed to just snowball this Varus out of proportion. Anyway, whoop, I forgot to change back to the item menu. You're probably wondering what people were building. So, yeah, she can't really do anything against this Varus, and that was a really good early play by the Varus, Thresh, and myself. And that set them up, as well as a few ganks on Orianna. Although this Orianna, I would say, has done very well this match so far, and I think she continues to do well. She can't do that much to try and help her team. Elise is in the woodwork trying to just maybe get a pick on somebody or a cocoon, but she only uses a human form Q, so not the most damage. They are looking for the Zyra. Zyra does flash, misses the Ari charm, and here comes another team fight. Now, if you look into my items, I've purchased myself a Phage. Good Varus ult. Orianna does move out of the position, and here I go. Gets a lot of damage onto the Orianna. I ult her. She goes down pretty much immediately. I'm going to continue for the Zyra. Get the little knock up on her. MF is going to continue to try and, I think, go for, well, she gets the Thresh, and she might even continue to go for the Ari, but no, she goes down before, with myself picking up the game, or the kill, and Garen actually kills Jack. So that was a official ace at 12 minutes, 40 odd seconds. I'm going to do Dragon by myself, as right now I'm able to. I do have my smite up, so that will help me. So right now, I would say, disclaimer, because I am this fed in this game, this is not really the normal build I would go. Now, that was a kind of a fail queue. Love pathing in League of Legends, but oh well. Right now, I'm going to be building Triforce as my second item. I wanted to experiment. As I mentioned, I am going to be playing jungle now as kind of my main role. I would probably cast myself still to be a mid, or a jungle / mid maybe from now on. As I will be playing jungle whenever possible to practice, and obviously playing jungle in 5s, it will mean I'm playing a lot of jungle. So I have to experiment right now with builds, and if I am this fed, I thought, how would Triforce be on Vi? And you'll see when I actually get it of how absolutely awesome it is. Now, because I say that, and because you'll see that it's pretty damn good, don't think that I can get a Triforce and do really well, because the only thing is, I am super squishy in this game. Eventually I won't be, but until the point that I pick up a Giant's belt in the future, I'm going to be really squishy. And if they actually focused on me, if I wasn't able to burst them as quick as I can because I'm that fed, yeah, I'd be dead. But the point is, I'm already levels ahead. I'm a level ahead of Elise. Gives me a little bit extra health. It gives me a bit more resistances, and my team does a lot more damage, so I'm able to get away with it. In a normal situation, you're probably going to end up building the Ancient Golem Spirit item, and then you're probably looking into a locket or something along them lines. Anyway, I'm going to try and intercept this kill. Unfortunately, Ari does go down. Going to try and pick up the Zyra for myself, pick up the kill, and I was looking for the Orianna. If I had flash, that would be a dead Orianna, but unfortunately I do not. So she does manage to live for now, but then the enemy blue buff is up, and I see Elise's top. She's already shown, so this gives me a nice blue buff refresh. Now here's a quite funny thing, I think, any second, yeah, I don't really know. Going to try and jump on it. As you can see, that's the sheen. Absolutely destroys everything in its path. That sheen proc is doing so much damage for Vi's E with the auto attack. It's insanely good. And eventually it will even get more when I get Triforce, etc. I hope you can, you know, in my voice just tell how happy I am with it actually worked. Anyway, I am looking for the Elise right now, so I'm just going to run into the lane, see if she's here, but she's not. But there is a Jax somewhere around here, where we're right now, obviously we wouldn't have vision of him, but we are looking. I'm going to jump over the wall, and we're going to go for the kill. Good thingy on hook on him, and we're going to move out for the stun, and Garen anyway finishes him with ultimate. I'm going to base right now. Going to probably, I would think, pick up my Triforce, myself being 717 right now. Gone back to base, and yeah, I would guess, yeah, there you go, Triforce. Now we'll have it on directed cam until I get back into the action myself. Varus does the 1v1 versus the MF, and Ari also kills the Orianna. So right now this game is turning into quite a stomp. Now, as I do mention quite often, I do occasionally like to put stomps on the channel just to show you, you know, if you do this in this order, or if this happens in a situation, then you really can snowball the game. I'm doing blue buff right now, so I'll stay on directed camera so it can just show you where the action is. I think I may just run towards my team, because they are tanking this turret a little bit, so they do have to be careful. Ari actually tanking that quite a lot, does go rather low, so she has to be quite careful. Now right then, I don't know if you just saw it, but that was a very big crit. I'm going to also move into the fray for the Elise. She does always, every single time I go for it, she does do that. I think any second though, bam, get the kill on her, and then move over for the Jax. Varus is in the area, but I think we do, yep, double kill for myself. So we do come out that rather good. But yeah, the sheen is insane. I can't get over it. I'm not going to say it anymore. So right now my build being Elder Lizard and Triforce as mentioned, but as you can see I am squishy. Gonna maybe move in for the Zyra or the MF, but if I had ultimate this would be a much better situation. I do use my flash to get out. MF for some reason uses her flash. I don't really understand why she did that. She has no CC herself. She would have to rely on the Zyra hitting her E, and I have Q anyway to get out, so I don't really know why she did that. But yeah, anyway, if we compare my build to the Elise's build, she has gone from the Ancient Golem and the Giant's Belt. So if we look actually into her health, she's got 2,155 health. If we look into mine, I've got actually 2,000... Oh, I just picked up a Giant's Belt, that's why. 2,280. So yeah, I'm tankier than her right now, but before I wasn't. Anyway, Ari is getting caught out. Unfortunately, she does go down to Jax. Not the best target to die to, but oh well, she kind of... Occasionally you will get caught out, it's just a fact. Garen is looking for a little bit of kills himself. Now we can see Speedy Gonzalez Garen trying the best he can and manages to get the kill. Anyway, I am moving back into the fray. So here we go. Going to try and jump on someone's face. Use my ultimate onto the Zyra, and she just dies straight away. Get melted. And we're going to move in for the turret. So that makes me godlike. I think Garen is godlike himself, or near enough. Right now my score being 10-1-7. I did delay on that then. I wanted to do a little bit extra turret damage. Oh, that makes Garen godlike. So both me and him are at that score. Obviously, he is flawless right now. Hasn't even died. So well played to the Garen also. Going to go on this inhibitor. And also, the Varus is knocking on the front door, or the top door, for the enemy team. Orianna is trying to protect it as well as she can. I'm going to try and hit her. Do manage to get the hit. And you can just see she just gets obliterated. I get the kill, makes me legendary. Right now, it doesn't even matter who takes the kills, because pretty much the game is over at this stage, and we're just having a bit of fun. So, Elise, any second you'll see, bam, she doesn't expect that burst. That is a lot of burst to come down, and she didn't expect it. She tried to get away when she kind of got hit for the first time, but it was too late. Going to try and move in the best I can to try and get a couple more kills. Just my Q does a lot of damage. Ari picks up that kill. MF stopped to do ultimate, I think was a bit of a mistake. Pick up the kill onto the MF and try to kill the Jax with my ultimate, or just, you know, help to kill him. And we're going to move in for the final base turret. So, this was Vi Jungle. It was not a normal Vi Jungle game, but you can do similar things to this every game. Now, her damage is still good if you build tanky. Her base damage is very good, and I think the runes I run is Armor Pen. Now, unfortunately, that wasn't a very good ult by the Orianna there. And I think I might go down here for the second time this game. Oh, not yet. Do pick up another kill on the Elise, and I remember now. The game is not over yet, so I won't do the outro. It's not over yet. I'm going to try and focus the Nexus, but I go down because, you know, other people aren't. You can see how low this Nexus is. If everybody just focused it really quickly, the game would be over. But unfortunately, people are just... These guys are at half health. If they weren't at half health and we just focused this, then the game would be over. They're going to try and do the XPK, but I don't think it's to be. And so close. Nope. So the game is not over yet. So yeah. The one thing I have to say in this game is the CS is rather low. It's a 20-minute game. At about 20 minutes, you'd expect, I'd say about 130-ish minimum. Now you've got Garen that has hit that, or maybe not 100, maybe 120 is maybe more realistic. So you've got Garen 140, you've got Jax on below 90, you've got myself on nearly 100. Now obviously junglers are a bit different. Elise on 65. Now Ari's CS is quite terrible. She hasn't played amazing this game. So yeah, the Orianna did play well, so I have to give it to Orianna. In these circumstances, she did play well. Where Ari hasn't even got, you know, 100. She's on 83. So yeah, this Ari didn't really play well. Varus did play very well. Obviously, that triple kill helping him tremendously. Gave him lane dominance over an MF that should have lane dominance in most matchups. So that's kind of what ruined it for the MF in this game. With Varus having, you know, 73 more CS than her right now. And then supports, you know, relatively even CS. But obviously the scores being completely different. Going to move in over for the Elise potentially. Or maybe the MF. I was moving up because I expected them to go up. And they don't. So anyway, I stand still. And I juked the stun. So that was fairly funny. I didn't really expect that. Going to move in for the Elise. You can see the damage that, you know, myself and the Thresh are doing. But I think Ari does. Yep, Ari does. Yeah, kill secure it. Let's call it. And I think now we might eventually move in for the actual finish. I use my ultimate on the Zyra. Pick up another kill for myself. And I'm nearly dead, but I don't go down yet. Still alive right now. I'm on 90 health. So I have to be fairly careful. But one thing with Vi is her shield. People forget about it. As soon as I use an ability, I get my 10% of health shield. So that's actually what managed to make me stay alive. We do dive onto the Orianna, but don't manage to get her. Anyway, this was Vi Jungle. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What did turn into a stomp game, but my final score being 14-12 with a build of Mercury Treads, Elder Lizard, Sunfire Cape, and Triforce.